Kira Newton coming to you from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Today I would like to talk about opening up your quads and your hip flexors. Your quads are one of the biggest muscles on your body, so they require a lot of time and a lot of patience when opening them up. People tend to miss how to do it or don't actually spend enough time doing it. So what I'm going to show you today are 3 variations to open up all 3 things, but we're going to be really focusing more on the quad than anything else. You're going to get your hips as well. We're going to start in a lunge. So most people know how to do a lunge. When you're lunging, you want to make sure that you square the hips. If you're fairly flexible, you're going to step forward with the front foot so that when you come down, your lunge is at a 90-degree angle here, meaning the knee is over the foot. Squaring the hips means that there is no tilt outward. So we're staying really square and dropping the hips down as best you can. From there, you can think about tucking the tailbone. This will really target the hip flexor. And then dropping down. This is more about the hip flexor than the quad. If this is too much or enough for you, I would stop here and not go any further. The next stretch that I'm going to show you is a partner stretch. This is going to get you in a way that you've never probably done before by yourself. It's very hard to do. This is why I love this so much. This time, I'm going to get her to get into her hips and her quads. But like I said, I'm going to focus more on the quad. So if this is okay for her, I know it is, I'm going to actually come and make this stretch a little bit deeper. So I'm going to tell her to get into her position, and I'm going to actually sit on her. So I'm going to come underneath on the hamstring. I'm going to kind of sit and anchor myself on the hamstring. It's all of my weight. I'm going to sit back into her, and already she started to open up her hip flexor and her quad. So I'm going to tell her to contract, meaning I want her to push this part of her thigh into the ground, and I feel that she's doing that. And on the release, go ahead and release, I'm going to actually anchor and set back more into her. So there she goes. She's already opening up. One more time, I want you to contract, pushing the knee, push, push, push. Good, and exhale, release. This time I'm bringing the foot with me. Make sure you're checking in with your people about this, but you really need to anchor in and down. Now, I want her to push into my hand with her foot. Push as hard as you can. Push, 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 push. Exhale, release, bring the foot a little bit further up. One more time. Push, 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 push. Exhale, bring the foot up, and here is her quad. And I'm really anchoring down, opening up her quad, and she is loving every minute of it. And release. Now, go ahead and rest. So when you're doing that, you actually want to spend about 1 to 2 minutes with each movement, okay? And that is enough time to begin to release the quad. If you're an athlete, which most of you are, if you're lifting really heavy weights, running a lot of mileage, your quads are really tight. So this is going to take some time to loosen up. And I encourage you to do this for 1 to 2 minutes with a partner or even just the lunge sequence. Okay, so now let's attack the quad on the wall, which you can do on a couch as well, but everybody has a wall. So your next prop is on the wall here. Again, we're going to just have to make sure that you're comfortable in this position, and so this will be up to you. The further the knee away from the wall, the further the knee away from the wall, the less you're going to feel the stretch. The closer the knee to the wall, the more you're going to feel the stretch. So let's show this variation first. She's got her shin up, her foot against the wall. She's going to come back into her lunge position. And you can have blocks here ready to go, or if you don't need them, you don't have to have the block, although I highly suggest them because you can push into the block. And from here, it would be the same idea, right? So she's going to pinch into the floor with the knee and pull through her foot, so she's making this movement. And on the exhale, she's going to drop the hip down, lifting the chest up, and tucking the tailbone. That's your first variation. This is the quad and the hip flexor. Now we're going to get a little bit deeper. So if you're a little bit too flexible for this, you're going to place your shin against the wall completely. So that means you're going to scoot the knee back, place the shin against the wall, bring your body all the way up so it's flush against the wall if you can. You may not be there today. and push back into the foot. So now she's going to push through the foot and push her body back toward the wall. Once you have figured that out, I want you to think about tucking the tailbone. Yeah, and that makes it very honest. And then push back again. And if you need these, they will be here. But for the most part, I'm going to be asking her to be flush against the wall. And here's where a partner could help again, just pressing you back so you stay really honest. And again, this is going to be slightly painful. You don't want to take it to the edge, but you want to hang out here for about 1 to 2 minutes. Make sure you do both sides, and thank you for joining me today. Have a good one.